Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I hope my voice is audible to everyone. Is my voice audible to everyone?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Very
thank you,
much.
ma'am. Okay, so we'll be starting the session next couple of minutes. And before I start the session, may I know any from anyone, like what are your expectation from this demo come webinar session on Google Certified Educator? Any specific expectation? Yes, Mani ma'am.
So I have been using Google since we are onto the virtual platform.
Okay.
And I have been using more of Google Documents and Google Slides presentations throughout.
Right.
So exactly. So now I wanted to know what more can be used.
So I think that is a good question because in the entire class, in the entire session, we'll be giving the demonstration of not only Google site, definitely Google site will do hands-on, but I'll be giving the demonstration of other tools also, like how you can use Google tools,
Sure.
right? So where you can see the difference.
Sure.
So for example, you are taking Google Slides, right? But how we can embed the quizzes directly in the Google slide,
Okay.
right? How we can conduct the poll within the Google Slides.
Okay. Sure.
Right. So
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 this
many
is something.
so many examples are there. Right. So let's so I think we will able to meet the expectation. Right. Any other participants? Any other queries from any of the participants, so that I keep that thing in mind. Surbhi madam, do you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
I just wanted to, learn this. I was going through Instagram. I just found this.
Okay.
So I thought it would be great to learn new things.
Yes.
Because I think because due to this pandemic, most of the educational things will be online now.
So
So
pandemic is definitely pandemic. I think now is going to get over. Right. So I think
yeah,
we don't have to learn technology because of pandemic. I
yeah,
hope. I think. But now technology is going to become a part of day and day part of all the
yeah.
educators life, right?
Yes.
So that is the thing, that is the only reason that we have to run technology, not because pandemic is there, right? Because pandemic will go down in next 2 months.
Yes, yes.
So any other participants? Okay, so I think now we can start. And what I'm doing in the meanwhile, I'll cover 2 slides. So I'm just sharing one URL with everyone. I have shared one URL, sites.google.com/create on Zoom chat. So please open this URL. Please click onto this link. So again, I'll welcome everyone to this session on Google Certified Educator course, the demo session on how you can build your class website, subject website, school website, or even a tuition website. Right. So and so this is about myself, Ankush Bhandari, and I'm a Google certified trainer as well as a Microsoft certified data scientist. I have trained nearly about 1,000 educators on digital tools and Google certified educators in last 1 year. And I have presented a paper on international conference on digital pedagogies, right? So this is a brief profile about myself. And this is going to be the outline of this webinar. First of all, we will learn how to build a website, education website, how we can add homepage, add images, videos, how we can add learning resources in the website, how we can publish the website, and why to become a digitally smart teachers, about Google certified educator, demonstration of online Google tools in the exam process, right? So this is going to be the flow. Roughly around, it takes somewhere around 1 hour, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So this is about Google site. So it is one of the digital tools from Google for Education to create educational website, right? And it is one of the topic of Google certified educator course. So generally, whenever I take the classes and I ask educators, have you ever created the website? So anyone over here created the website before? Not using Google site, but other tools as well. Okay, great. So I think I can see a couple of participants have created the website, and generally many of the participants have never thought of creating the website only, right? And okay, I'm just sharing the link again. So the majority of time we think, means educators, we think, okay, school and college already have one, so why I need to learn one, right? And I don't know coding, so that is why I never thought of creating the website. Third, we assume it is very costly affair. We have to get the server, domain, so it's a very costly affair. And fourth, very difficult to learn, right? So those are the basic reason many of the educators have never thought of creating a website. And the benefit of Google site is the no cost, no coding is required, very easy to learn, and various applications are there, right? So what we'll do, we will directly go on the platform, and I will just quickly give the demonstration of platform before we start building our own website. So with the help of this site, you will be able to create your department website. You can share the learning resources. You can create the portfolio. Even you can take the assignments in the form of a site. And this is going to be for every screen, for mobile, desktop, tablet, right? This is going to be the website. And even we can create a real-time dashboard. What is a real-time dashboard? I will show that part in the presentation. So here I'm giving you the demonstration of a website, right? Which is built on Google site. So for example, this is your science department. Here we have all the activities conducted by the department, then research papers, then there is a calendar on the first page itself. And definitely everything can be changed. Like you can completely play like a PPT on it, right? And the best part of it, most of the educators would like to share the success stories of their students. So we have a success stories page over here, and then you have registration. So whether you're running a tuition classes or a school or a coaching class, anything, right? Every time we have been conducting some kind of event here and there, and we have to accept the registration, right? So every registration form can be embedded over here, and we can do all those kind of registration automatically, right? Then definitely we can share the details of faculty members. We can create a live dashboard. Live dashboard means if I change any figure over here, all right, on the Excel sheet, immediately those change will reflect over here. So such kind of dashboard can be there for student progress, for the department progress, for your tuition classes, for everything, and completely manageable. And this is the way we can share the learning resources, right? So I have just embedded a Google Slides over here. Similarly, PDF file can be done, even a video. So for video, let me show you a better page. So here we have created a video gallery, right? So here is a video gallery, and all these videos are not from our side, right? These all videos are from YouTube, developed by somebody else on class 7. So the best part of it, when you're embedding those videos on your side, you don't have to worry about the copyright part, right? So this is completely legitimate. Similarly, you can have different calendars over there. Calendar can be there for your class. It can be there for your annual schedule can be there, right? In the calendar. A principal or a class teacher can have a separate calendar. Similarly, we can have the appointment slot that I will explain you later on. Similarly, if you're taking any payment from outside, right? Even we can have a payment gateway link over here, right? So on the basis of this, even you can take the payment. So, and other different things are also available over here on the websites, different images, carousel, right? So all those things are available in this website. So now what I'll do, I have already shared a link with everyone. All the participants, have you got the link from my side, or shall I send you that link again? Okay, so please, so please open this one. All right. So once you clicked onto it, you will get a page like this. Everyone, are you here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So basically, this is the title of this document, right? So, and here we have to give the title of the website. So first of all, for example, as of now, let's assume that we are link. Okay. So I'm just Rachita, I just shared a link, sites.google.com on Zoom chat, right? Please click on that link. So you will able to reach over here. So here is the, first of all, we have to give the name, right? So as of now, I'm giving class 8th 2021, something like this, right? So you can definitely, you can give any random name over here. So you just have to click on the box on the left hand side and just name it. After this, we have your page title. Everyone, can you see your page title? So what I'm doing, I am first of all deleting the text from here and I'm writing class 8. Right, so this is the way I have added something over there and I have written class 8 over there. And definitely we can change the size of text and everything, that we will do it later on. And I hope everyone is there with me. Now, always on a web page, always we have something like this. You have on the page a background image, right? So here we have this background image. So now we will add a background image over here. On the left hand side, you will see a change image. Can you see change image? You just have to click on the down arrow. It will give you two options, upload and select image. In case you want to upload an image directly from your desktop, then we have to select number 1 option. But as of now, we'll be selecting an image from internet. So we'll be selecting option number 2 called select image. So I'm just clicking on select image. Under select image, either we can take any of the image from this gallery, but if none of these images are relevant to our case, then in that case, we will go for search option. Right, so the third option will be clicking on search, and I think one of the participants, okay, forum, I think I shared you the link again. Please try to open it. Search option is there. So now here we have to search for the relevant images. For example, this is a website that we are preparing for a class. So I'm writing a school building, right? So possibly we may get some example of a school building over here. So after clicking, after searching, I'm getting many images over here. So I'll be selecting one of the image. Just double click on the image. What we have to do, we have to double click on the image. Again, otherwise, if any of the participants click on change image on the left hand side, go to select image. Under select image, go to search option, option number 3, and then write whatever you want to search, and whichever image that you want to select, double click on it. Double click on that, so that image will get embedded on your web page. I hope everyone has got this page. Means an image like this. Okay, so I assume you have got this image. So now the next part. So here I'm just showing another example. So always we have a heading on the website, right? So this is the heading for this particular images. So we have to add this heading. So how we are going to add this heading? Can you see on the right hand side, there is something called insert. Everyone, can you see insert option on the right hand side? Immediately down, you will see a text box. Can you see a text box over there? If you click on the text box, here I can write something, right? So here possibly I am writing activities. What we have to do, click on text box, just single click. A text box will come on the on your web page, and here we have to write activities, or you can write any other things. In my case, I'm writing activities. Everyone, did you write the activities? Okay, so I assume you have written the activities over there. Now there is something called normal text over there, right? So I've just clicked onto it. Now we want to increase the size of text. So I'm just selecting title. So now I got this size of activities, right? In case you need your type of font size, all the options are available on the top bar. Now, like this website we got this blue color, right? So how we can have a colorful text box? This is a white text box. So what we can do, on the left hand side, you will find a color panel over there, section background. Left hand side, you will find a color palette over there. If you click onto it, top option, section background. If you click onto it, you will get regular, emphasis 1 and emphasis 2. So please click on emphasis 2. Everyone, please click on emphasis 2. If you click on emphasis 2, you get activities and a color over here. Everyone, did you get the colorful background for the text box? So basically what we have to do, on the left hand side, ma'am, you will see a section background. So but Forum madam, you are not left behind. What you can do, you can start from where I am as of now, right? So forget about the top image, but start from here, right? So now I think Samuel Priya ma'am is there. Okay, so madam, on the left hand side, you will see a section background. Just click onto it. You will see regular, emphasis 1 and emphasis 2. Just click on emphasis 2. You will get a colorful background over there. I hope everyone has got the colorful background. Now again, some of you might be thinking how I can change the color. So anyway, I'll explain you how to change the color. But before that, we will learn something more. So here we got 4 images, 3 images like this, right? So how we can have those images on our website? So everyone, under insert section, can you see layout? Layout option on the right hand side. Layouts are there. Everyone can see the layouts. I assume everyone can see the layout now. So you say 1 image layout is there, 2 image layout is there, 3 images are there, right? So what we are going to do, we'll be selecting option number 2, that is 2 image layout. So if you click on 2 image, just single click, it will come. You don't have to click it multiple times, just single click, image layout will come over here. Now what we're going to do, on this layout, we have to add the images. So this is the thing that you always have to understand in Google. Wherever any plus sign is there, plus sign means add, right? Even on your mobile, on desktop. So plus sign here, it means if you click on this plus sign, we can add the image. So again, you are getting the option of upload or select image or from drive. So I assume as of now, you don't have any image on drive or upload. In case you have, you can do it later on. But as of now, we are going to select an image using the option number 2, select image. Now again, we'll be searching this image from internet. Similarly, if you have some photograph on your mobile, you can do it from here. Otherwise, as of now, I'm searching on Google image search. So here, for example, I am writing, for example, our school have organized a science webinar, right? So I'm just writing science webinar, and you can search for anything and whatever option that you're getting, right? So we can select the image over here, any relevant image. Again, we just have to double click. Immediately, if you double click at the image, our image will get embedded on your site. So I'm just repeating webinar, science, select on any of the relevant image. Just 1 minute. And please immediately go to the second image and select the image for the second option as well. Did you get that image, second image? So now after getting the second image, right? So we have just 1 minute. I'll just show you another option, which is there of the videos, right? So for example, if you go on the website, we have got this video library. So now we are going to add the videos on the web page. So how to add the videos? Same process we have to repeat. Insert and select the layout of two option. All right. So select this layout option, text box, this layout, right? So you get a box like this. On this box, again, we have to click plus sign, and this time you will get a YouTube option. Can you see the YouTube option, everyone? Fourth option is of YouTube. If you click on YouTube option, again, we have to search for some images over here. So I'm writing debate competition and searching for it, right? So whichever video you're getting, you can select any of the video and by double clicking, right? So you get a video like this. Similarly, you can also, in case you have your own video, so what you have to do in that case, you have to upload that video on Google Drive, and then you can embed this video on the website. Directly, you will not able to upload a video directly over here. So either you can upload your video on your YouTube or on your Drive, and from Drive you can get the video from over here. So I'm just repeating the process for video. Plus sign, option number 4. Our own video, right? Zaiba madam, as I already told you, in case you want to upload your own video, you have to upload your video on Drive. In case if your video is there on YouTube, search for that video on YouTube and you can insert that video. So here I'm again clicking on YouTube, and here I'm writing annual function, assuming we have organized the annual function over here, and again double click. So now we have got 2 videos. Everyone, did you get the videos? So now just below video, we got the text part, right? Click to edit text. So if you click over here, here I can write debate competition. And here I can write annual function, right? So I don't know if anyone is organizing the annual function now in pandemic, possibly online, right? So this is the way I have added some information. In case you have any other details, you will see a small text box down debate competition. So I'm just adding some random details over there. Everyone. Did you add the detail? Okay, right. So I'll just move forward, and now what we're going to do on this website, you want to change the color of text box. For example, here I got the text box by the name of video title, and so as of now everyone is seeing the blue color, right? So how to change the color? So just we have to go on the right hand side. There is some options called themes. Can you see the themes option on the right hand side? If you click on themes, you will get many options of colors over there. right? So already green, blue, indigo. If you click on that bucket, you will get all the color option. Whatever color you need, you can embed those color over there. You can get those color on your website. Are you able to do the changes? Are you able to change the color? Everyone? Are you able to change the color? So I assume, I think all of you have able to change the color. So now on this
Sir, I
website.
didn't find themes. So where is themes?
Okay, madam, can you see, madam, on the right hand side, insert option is there.
Insert.
Right hand side, on top right hand side, ma'am. Insert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yes, sir,
Pages,
yes, sir.
and then third option is themes.
Themes, okay. Yeah.
Just click on themes, you will see all the color over there.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So now what?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay. So now what we're going to do, we want to add some learning resources as well, right? So I'm going on insert option, and for example, we want to add a Google Slides. So I assume in case if you have a Google Slides on your drive, you will embed a Google slide over here. So what we are doing under insert, we are going further down, and you will see an option called slides, which is after YouTube, calendar, map, and docs and slides. Right? This is a near about 10th option is there on slides. Just click on slides. This will only come in case you have a some slides there in your drive. If you have it, just click it. A slide will come on your website like this. Everyone, did you get the slide like this? Everyone, did you get the slide? Please add the slide. Only thing that to add a slide, only thing that is required, you need to have a slide in your Google Drive. But nevertheless, right, so, in case if you don't have it, later on you can upload a slide and you can insert a slide like this. Now what we are going to do, you will see this website in the preview mode, how we have created the website. So on the top, you will see a preview button. Can you see the preview button on the top, everyone? Like this. Everyone, can you see the preview button? If you click on the preview button, this is the way your website will look to people. Right? In case you want to see how it will look on mobile, can you see on the first option is there of mobile, second is of tablet, third is of laptop. So just click on the mobile icon that is there on the right hand side. This is the way it will look on mobile. So the best part of it, this website is going to be your mobile friendly website. Now we want to come out of this website. So there is a cross button over there. If you just click on cross button, you will come out of the preview mode. So now again, we are there on the edit mode. Now you will be wondering how you can share this website with your colleagues, with your students, right? So how we can share it? Before sharing a website, we have to publish a website. Everyone, are you getting my point? Before sharing the website, first of all, we have to publish the website. So you will get an option called publish. Can you see a blue button is there on the right hand side? Top right hand side, there is a button called publish. If you click on publish, and I hope you already have a web address over there. In case you don't have a web address, then write any web address over there. This web address has to be a unique web address. In case somebody has already taken the web address, then you have to write a new name. So even you can write your name, your institute name, your student name, whatever name that you want to write, you can write that name over there. Did you write it, everyone? Now what I'm doing, after writing the name, we just have to say publish. Publish. right? So now what is this? What do you mean by publish? Publish means our website is now ready for sharing with other participants, right? So now how to get the link? Can you see fourth option is there? Copy publish site link, everyone. Everyone, can you see? Copy publish site link option is there. If you click onto it, you will get a URL over there, sites.google.com/view. So this is going to be your URL of the website. Now, in case you need your own email ID, your own name over here, instead of sites.google.com, then you have to buy a domain. In case if you don't want to buy a domain, and if you are okay with sites.google.com, then you don't have to pay anything to Google or to anyone. This website is going to be there, right? Throughout your life, till the time your Gmail ID is there, this website is going to be there, and you don't have to pay any server charges, any domain charges, nothing. And you can have this kind of website for your tuition classes, for your schools, or for your, if you're a subject teacher, even for your class, you can have a website like this. So just again, everyone, did you able to get the link? Participants, did you able to get the link? Okay, great. So now again, I will show you another example.
Sir, what link are you talking about? I didn't understand.
Madam, this one, first of all, did you publish the link?
Yeah, I tried it. Yes, I got it.
Then
Sir, but in the beginning you sent a link and I did it through that. So how do we get into that link? How do we get the link? Like if we are doing
I will explain.
Yeah.
Right, but did you get this link?
Yeah, this I got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
this I
that
got
is.
it. So in case whenever you want to prepare a website, okay, in case you want to prepare a website, always we can write sites.google.com. Otherwise, you can go to Google Drive. From Google Drive, you have to go to new. Under new, you will see more option, and then there is something called sites. So this is the way you will go. I'm again repeating, under Drive, you get a new, more, and Google Sites. So nowadays, teachers are also creating their website, even to share their CV. So they are not building the CV, they are sharing everything about themselves using the sites, whether it's about their projects, whether the subject, which subject they are teaching in the class, right? So everything is now it's on website. So whenever somebody is asking, your principal is asking to share your CV, so instead of sharing the CV, you can share a website like this, right? So this is the website. Even you can have your blog over there. You can write the articles on the blog. So this is all about the website. And any queries, if you have on website, what we'll do, let me just complete the demonstration of some tools of Google. Then I will take the queries on Google side as well. Is it okay with everyone? So now what we'll do, I will quickly take you through this one. What all other possibilities are there on Google, right? So let me go to the presentation mode. So now I'll be giving you some highlight of Google for Education tools. So nearly about 8 tools are there in Google Certified Educator course, right? So we'll explain those tools one by one. And nearly about 13 crores teachers and students across the globe are using Google for Education tools, that too free of charge. So like this car is there, which you can drive very easily, this is auto car. Similarly, all the Google tools are very easy to learn, right? So this is the way we can learn the car. Similarly, this earring is, though is very beautiful, but free. Similarly, all the tools of Google are free. So you do not have to pay anything for any of the Google tools. And anyway, whenever in India we assume something is free, it's not going to be of good quality, but you will be getting excellent features on all the Google tools. Hundreds of features are available to meet the requirement of an educator. Similarly, this site is empowering the educators. What do you mean by empowering? So for example, nowadays, sometimes teachers are fearful. Byju is there, they are creating the videos, Vedantu is there, they're taking the online classes, right? So whether you need teachers or not, the best part of all the Google tools, they are empowering you. So now you can create your own customized content to teach your students as per your choice, right? So all the tools are there to empower you. So technology won't replace teachers, but teachers who use technology will probably replace teachers who do not, right? So before that, I will give you the demonstration of Google Tools. So with the help of tools, we'll able to create a website. We can share the learning resources. We can create ebook, conduct online quizzes. We can form a discussion forum. We can give group assignments. We can integrate Google Earth and YouTube videos. We can check plagiarism. We can check the assignments. We can engage. We can create engaging interactive slides. We can organize our Gmail, and we can use spreadsheet. So I'll go and just I'll start giving the live demonstration of some of the tools. So before that, it is a certification given by Google to the educators who are proficient in using digital tools. So Google Certified Educator is one of the most valued tech certification for teachers across the globe. And the best part of it, it will help you to transform from basic knowledge of digital tools to expert in using digital tools. I'll just give the example. So all of you might have used Google Earth. Have you used Google Earth before? Anyone? So for example, if I have to say, if I have to take my student to Agra, or I have to take them to Taj Mahal, right? So okay, now we are going to Agra, right? So I'm sure all of you are aware of this thing, right? So how to go on Google Earth, but how you can integrate Google Earth with your lesson plan, right? So I'm just again, whether you're going to be there in the classroom or online, you can use this tool. So I'm there on this lesson plan, right? So again, this is the plan that as a teacher you will able to create. So here I'm going to take you to historical monuments of India. Here you have the text, and I'm going on clicking on present. So here we are going to Hampi, which is a place in Karnataka, right? So we are directly there on Hampi, and this is the historical places of 4 places: Hampi, Hawa Mahal, Qutub Minar, and Ajanta Caves, right? So here even we embedded a video over here like this. So what will happen in case you want to give some video live explanation? So it is a very good tool for mathematics teacher, for science teacher, for language teacher, and for social science teacher. This is an excellent tool by which you may able to create some lesson plan. And here you can show Hampi. Now let me go to Hawa Mahal. Just we have to click directly. We are going on Hawa Mahal. Yes, we are flying from Hampi to Jaipur. Okay, so we are there in Jaipur now, right? So this is Hawa Mahal. In case they want to see the video, they can see it from here, and they can read it from here. Now I'm directly going on the third part, which is Ajanta Caves. And the best part of it, here even we have embedded a Google form. So whether students have gone through this lesson plan that I've created at their home or not, I will get to know with the help of this Google form. So they have to answer quiz like this way. All right. So based on this, so I'll get to know whether they have gone through this video or not, and this you will able to do it on your own. The second part I would like to show, most of us are aware of Google Slides, right? Even I was using Google Slides some time back, and we create Google Slides, and everyone is very proficient, I think, on PPT or Google Slides. But how the next level of slides are going to be, right? What you can do in your classroom. So I'm just giving the example over here. So I'm just clicking onto it. So similarly, a slide is there, right? Like this is the first slide. So I have a first slide over here, second slide. But third slide, I have added a quiz over here within the slide. So here, traditionally, how we do market research, somebody has to answer it, submit, then only they will able to move the fourth slides. Then again, I have embedded a poll over here, right? So even somebody has to answer the poll before they move. With digital assets you visit frequently, they have to select and submit and go. Then over here, we have this one, a video over here. So, right, within the slides, we can have a video. And the best, here also we can add the quizzes, right? So, this is about your Google Slides. I'll like this, I will give you a demonstration of other tools. What all different possibilities are there? What you can do, what you can learn, right? So now I hope most of the teachers are using Google Classroom. Everyone, have you used Google Classroom before? You can say yes or no.
My daughter is having her school classes through Google Classroom.
Okay, right. So here in the training session, we will learn both the fundamental of Google Classroom as well as the advanced part of Google Classroom. So what I'm going to do, I will, Google Classroom is different from Zoom, right? Google Classroom, with the help of Google Classroom, you can create your own ebook, right? You can create your own learning management system. So these are different classes that we have created. So for example, in your case, if you're taking 4 classes in your school, or 5 classes you're teaching, so possibly you will be having 5 boxes like this. Each box assume is a book, right? Each box you assume as of now is a book. So we will go to one of the book, and okay, I'm here. And so this is your Google Classroom. Again, this is completely free of charge. And as of now, just let me explain some basic part of it before I move to the advanced part. So here in the Google Classroom, this is something like your ebook that you can create on the fly. And we can embed a video over here like this. We can embed feedback form. And these are different chapters are there. Chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Different chapters are there, right? And then you have all your Excel sheet schedule is there. And similarly, we have the assignments. The best part of Google Classroom is the assignment. So for example, all the assignments are going to be here, and we'll be grading the assignment. So what is the assignment? Let me show you the assignment. They have to create a YouTube channel and the playlist. So this is the assignment. Now as a teacher, we have to give the feedback. So how to give the feedback? So again, the best part of Google Classroom, you can give point by point feedback to the students. So for example, did they created the playlist? Did they create the playlist? Yes or no? Yes, then 1 mark. No, then they will get 0 mark, right? So even they have complete clarity where madam has deducted the marks. And this is going to be in your store for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years time. Whenever somebody will ask, you can give the reference. Give the title. Has I added the title? Yes. These are called rubrics. Ordering the playlist. Has he done it? Yes. Then okay, he'll get marks. Share the playlist. No, he did not share the playlist. So 0 marks. So based on this, we are getting 7 marks. Now I want to give him more feedback. I want to give a video feedback. So what you can do, we have even added a video feedback. So you just click onto it. I can play the link and there is a video feedback. So whether we are going to be there in the classroom environment or the online environment, if we are able to give video feedback, a rubric feedback, trust me, this will take your assignment to the next level. And it does not take much time. That is the best part of it. And what will happen after giving the marks, everything will get accumulated under one place under grades. All my assignments, score of semester wise, class test, everything will come under one place, and I can see my overall grade of the class, right? I will see all the students' name over here. I will see their different tests, and even we can print the certificate on the basis of this information, right? So this is the way you will able to track the information on. So this is the way you will able to explain this one, your grade to all the students. And so this is about Google Classroom. Many other features are there on Google Classroom, which possibly you may not have used, are very useful, but I may not able to cover all those things also as of now over here. And because I have to give the demonstration of other tools as well. So now I am there on Google Form. Again, I'm sure all of you are using Google Form, right? So again, here we will see the advanced part and the basic part of Google Form. So basic part is you can add an image, you can have your multiple choice question, you can add the image in this one on the options. You can have match the following like this, right? So grid box can be there. Even we can embed a video over here. We can embed a video like this, right? So first of all, students have to go through this video before they answer it, and something like this. After this submit, we'll see the view score, and we can have a complete excellent way of feedback, right? They are getting a video. For example, he has answered this question wrongly, so he's getting a video on this. So he has to watch this video right? Before you move further, right? Similarly, I have embedded a URL. So this was the question on powerful passport. So now he has answered it wrongly. So he has to go through this exercise, right? So those are the things that we can do to support our students in case they have not grasped any topic. Similarly, we can create section-wise and section-wise adaptive quizzes. What is section-wise adaptive quizzes? So here, for example, the question is, which type of events would you like to participate in, right? So I select sports and I'm just giving my name over here. Next. So what will happen over here? Now, next, all the questions are going to be there on sports, which is sports section. Which sports would you like to participate in? In case had I selected culture, I would have got different options over here. Culture, then all the questions would have been different, right? So this is the way we can create adaptive quizzes, and the best part of it, you can get responses of all the quizzes under one sheet only, right? So you will get one spreadsheet. So you don't have to toggle between different spreadsheet to see their answer. So under one spreadsheet only, we can have all the responses. So here again, I covered the basic and the advanced part of Google Forms. And again, I would like to take you through YouTube, right? So generally we have seen YouTube videos. Most of you are, as of now, I think have started using YouTube videos in your classes. But how you can take your YouTube videos to the next level? So I'll just give you another example, right? So instead of sharing the YouTube videos, single videos, we create a YouTube channel and share the playlist, right? So this is the playlist that we have, right? So I'm just sharing all history class 9 CBC videos, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I share the link, a student will get all the video like this at one go. And not only I'm sharing the videos, I'm also giving him the instruction. I'm also asking him to do some assignments, and even I'm asking him to go through a Google Forms. And so that I know whether he has gone through a Google form or not. I means he has gone through the YouTube videos or not. So I can keep a complete understanding of my students, whether they are learning the resources which I am sharing with them or not, right? So this is the way you will be able to use YouTube in your lesson plan. Similarly, though we feel this one, Google Docs are very easy to manage, but again, in Google Docs, we'll see the advanced part, how we can add the navigation, how we can add different type of citations under new education policy. Citations are becoming very important. What is citation means? Giving the reference of document from where you picked up the content, so that it does not count under plagiarism, right? So this is the way you will learn all advanced part of Google Docs. And let me go through the PPT again. So we have covered this. Under Drive, again, I think most of you are using Google Drive. So under Google Drive, we will learn how you can share your videos or file in a secure way, so viewers cannot download the file, right? So this is the best way you can share the files, so that nobody even can take the copy of your PDF file. Share learning resources with various view, comment, and edit rights, and how you can automatically sync your desktop content with your Google Drive. So whatever you're going to update in your desktop will be updated in your Google Drive as well. Then you have calendar. You can organize the events, parent teachers meeting, for your own time management, for your own appointment slots of Viva, and even you can make your schedule public, right? Your annual calendar or your entire subject calendar can be made public using Google Calendar. I think I have already shown you the example like this in the calendar, right? So you can create different kind of calendars. Class calendar, this, even for appointments, you can create an appointment calendar, right? So those are the different formats of calendar that can be used. And again, Google Keep, I think not many participants are aware of Google Keep, but this is your online diary, right? So in this online diary, you can save all your sticky notes. And the best part of it, you can share these sticky notes with your students, other teachers. You can make the color, and even you can write the reminder over here, due dates, so that you have complete control on your task. You can give the labels like this, right? So this is about Keep. Then you have you can create a colorful Jamboard. so that everyone can collaborate online using the Jamboard. Yes, so this is about the Jamboard that you will be learning for the exam. And Google Groups. Again, not many teachers have used groups before.
Excuse me, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir, is there any provision that we can stop the children from scribbling on the
Yes, yes,
Google-
yes, 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 yes,
on the Jamboard?
yes, 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 yes.
Please, can you please tell me?
So ma'am, don't share the Jamboard with the edit right, just share with the view rights.
Suppose I want my children to put the sticky notes on the Jamboard, then I
Then
have to
if no,
share.
then madam, you can change whenever you want to put them the sticky notes, just share with the edit view and then immediately change the view from edit to view. Right? Then they won't be able to scramble, but you
Okay.
can't control it. Okay, I will allow them to paste the sticky notes, but not to scramble. That is not possible.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. So the best part of Google Group is many times students have similar kind of queries, right? Every time I'm teaching class section 8A, B, C, D, every time people are asking same kind of queries. What I can do, I can create a question answer forum like this. So whenever somebody has a query, first of all, they will come and they will find whether some other students have already asked such kind of question before and whether I have answered it or not. And in case if that question is not there, they can write the query again over here. Even they can search the query on the basis of, for example, if I write video, or if I write, so here in this chat, I have used some videos option, right? So this is the way they can search, and even they can search on the basis of label. So in case they want to see, okay, what all question other students have asked on unit 2, they will see, right? So this will make your life really easy, because all the students will not come to you again and again for simple doubts, so that you can focus more on the doubts which requires your attention. So this is about Google Groups. And apart from this, I think not every tools we will able to cover over here. And so you will learn a spreadsheet, how to do advanced sortings, advanced filtering options, how to create charts and everything in the spreadsheet. You will see, you will learn about Gmail, and the best part, you will learn about how to automate the repetitive tasks. So how we can ensure whenever I get the email, it gets forwarded to other people, or it get into a particular inbox type. So all those things are possible, or I want to delete some emails automatically. So those are the things which is possible in Gmail. And this is the chat which we are going to cover, which is very similar to your WhatsApp app, but this is completely a web-based secure communication. And other part that we'll be learning is project-based learning, blended learning, and the flipped classroom. So those are the new teaching methods that all the teachers will be using even when they are going in the physical classroom, either blended learning, flipped classroom, or project learning. And what more, you will learn about advanced Google search, digital citizenship, and how you can teach your students about internet safety and privacy, and why teachers need to become digitally smart. So I think one of the participants told about pandemic, but I think we have to become digitally smart not because of pandemic, but because 5 to 7 hours students are spending on their digital devices. Future jobs for students in 10 years time, 9 out of 10 jobs will require digital skills. So if you are not if our service is not digitally proficient, then it would be very difficult to impart this skill set to our students. An exponential rise of free and interactive digital content to teach students. Now, on textbooks, you have lots of limitation. But if you are going to use digital medium in your teaching, I think limitless possibilities, unlimited possibilities are there of adding the content. Personalization, for example, some students are faster, some students are very slow. How you can support them, right? So now teaching is going to the next level of how I can support everyone in my classroom rather than just focusing on some of the students. So with the help of using of technology like Google Classroom, YouTube, Google Earth, you can support both kind of students. So teacher need to become digitally smart to guide them in this new environment, because this environment sometimes risky as well. Cyber bullying is there, cyber security issues are there. So this program will help you to become smart in those things. You can create engaging classroom. You will able to personalize the learning environment, and this will help you to reduce the digital gap between you and your students. An excellent way to gain the respect of the students. When students see, okay, my teacher is doing so many things digitally, even you get the respect, because these are the things that they are liking nowadays, right? So I know there are many things are there to gain the respect, but again, this is becoming one of the things to gain the respect of your students. and blended is becoming a new normal. Even in new national education policy is encouraging adoption of blended learning, right? So blended learning is not possible without learning online, and it will improve your productivity. And the best part of it, rising online tutoring jobs. Many jobs are available now, tutoring jobs, even from sitting from India. We can teach students, those are there in Singapore. If you are well versed with all digital platform of Google, right, I think you can take your online tutoring jobs in case you are into it to the next level. Then how to become a Google certified educator. So you can complete the training program. You can register for the exam by paying $10. Write the exam at the comfort of your home. Duration is 3 hours. Passing score is 80%, right? So you have to be excellent in all the concepts before you appear for the exam, because passing itself is not 50 or 60%, it's 80%. And exam pattern is 20% multiple and 80% is scenario based. What is scenario based? So in the scenario based, even in the exam also, they will ask you to create a website only, or create a Google group, or create a Google Classroom, and you have to do all the steps which are given in the exam, right? Add a web page, add a video, and those nearly about 11 to 12 scenarios you'll be getting in the exam, which you have to complete within 3 hours. So you have to be excellent in all the tools to clear this exam. And this is the certification that you'll be getting on Google Certified Educator. And these are the syllabus. I think we have already covered this syllabus in the slides. And learning option, definitely you can learn, you can become a Google Certified Educator by even going to the free videos from YouTube, right? And other way of becoming a Google Certified Educator, you can join with us with 5 weeks instructor-led training program from Tech for Educators, a Google Cloud partner company. So what exactly we are going to offer? So basically the class timing is going to be, first of all, 5:30 to 7 or 8:30 to 10 p.m. So 2 options are there. 5 weeks program, can completely hands-on training. The way we learn Google Sites, I think our training program are more interactive. Today, you were not speaking from your side, but when we take the class, I think all the participants do unmute their mic and they speak. They share their challenges, and we try to help them by giving them the solution. And the best part of the training program is you will be getting 12 assignments. So every time, whatever the way that exam is, they are conducting the exam, similarly, we'll be conducting the assignments. For everything, you will be getting the assignments, and we will give them the marks. So whether you know whether you're learning Google Site proficiently or not, you'll be getting to know immediately after completion of assignments. And before you go to the exam, there is going to be a mock exam, because we are aware of it. No educator want to fail, especially when we are teaching our students, our kids at home, not to fail. So this mock exam will ensure 95% of our participants, those who are writing the mock exam, are clearing the mock exam in first shot. Regular doubt solving sessions are there. Curated study material is there. Limited batch size for discussion. Separate batch for beginners. If you are beginners, if you are taking some time to understand technology, then we have a separate batch for you. So we don't mix up the participant, those who are beginners, and participant, those who are in advanced nature, so that we can do justice with both. And fees is 5,000. And if you're coming in a group, it's going to be this one. Then your fees is going to be 5,000 rupees. Best date is going to be 18th August and 23rd of August. In case you want to enroll, please, you can do it as soon as possible. Apart from this, we'll be covering online workshop for all the participants, those who want to write the exam. These are the world's most powerful tools in online, and that too supporting with Google tools, but not directly from Google. So again, you'll be getting the training on these tools once you have written the exam on Kahoot, Canva, Padlet, Powtoon, Filmora, Nearpod, and Flipgrid. So you can join the family of 125 successful Google certified educators from Tech for Educators in last 6 months, and training by Google Certified Trainer, India's leading training provider for Google Certified Educator course, trained nearly about teachers and professors from 1,000 schools, and we have helped nearly about 125 teachers to become Google Certified Educator. So now what I'll do, I have just launched a poll for everyone. Would you like to become a Google Certified Educator? Just you can have to say yes, no, or maybe. Right. So and again, we'll be sharing this file and video to everyone. Just everyone, you just have to say yes, maybe, or no as well. Don't mind, means not everything is about getting the certification. So those are the responses, requesting everyone to do it. And after this, we'll open the session for Q&A. Right. So yes, I think we have completed the session well within the time. So yes, participants, right? So now participants, those who want to, so these are the contact details. In case you want to take the enrollments, you can contact us on the website. I think you have the website address, the email ID, or the mobile number. Right. So this is everything from my side. Now I'm any queries from the participants? Everyone?
Yeah, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. I just wanted to know one thing, that how many websites can a person build using one
Ma'am,
email
in
ID?
number of websites, because this is completely on the space, right? So 15 GB is the space available to you, right? So I think there is no limit as of now. So you can create even 100 websites, but definitely no teacher has to create 100 websites. So I think 10 websites, even if you are able to create, I think that is more than enough, but you can create more than 100 websites.
Okay, thank you so much.
Other participants, any queries from you? Any query from the participants before we end the session? Any queries regarding the exam or any tools? If you have any concern queries, you can ask me. Okay. So shall we end the session? Okay, so I got, okay. So thank you, everyone. I hope you have learned something and enjoyed the session. And thank you for being here, for finding out 1 hour time for this session. So again, thank you everyone for being here. Yes. Okay, I'll take your leave. Bye. Okay, ma'am, everyone. So again, see you and have a great year ahead for everyone. Thank you very much.